Hello everyone, Daria here and welcome to episode number 83 of the Slow Russian Language Podcast. This topic was requested by my good friend Gerald and we're gonna talk about the history of Russian currency. As usual, first you listen to the text in slow Russian and after that we translate it sentence by sentence. Here we go. В России используется валюта под названием рубль. Первая рублёвая монета появилась только в 1654 году в ходе денежной реформы Алексея Михайловича. В XIX веке монеты делали из меди, серебра и золота. Рубль стал третьей по стоимости валютой после Британского фунта и доллара США. В 1920-е годы рубль был деноминирован, денежная система была реформирована. Появились монеты номиналом в 1, 3 и 5 рублей. Девальвация и деноминация рубля происходили позже не один раз. 1 июля 1992 года был введен свободный курс рубля, после чего он сразу же упал до 125 рублей за доллар. Появились купюры достоинством 50 тысяч рублей, 100 тысяч рублей и 500 тысяч рублей. Сегодня мы используем монеты номиналом 1, 2, 5 и 10 рублей и купюры по 50, 100, 200, 500, 1000, 2000 и 5000 рублей. Okay, that was the text full of passive voice and lots of numbers. So let's translate it. The first sentence was, in the Russian Federation, the currency named ruble is used. В Российской Федерации, actually I think I read в России in Russia. So, в России используется валюта под названием рубль. A couple of words about the spelling. I'm sure you met two versions, ruble with one U and ruble with OU. So you can use both actually. I've checked in a couple of dictionaries and multiple choices here. So our currency is called ruble. Ruble consists of kopecks, копейка. So 1 ruble is 100 kopecks. 1 рубль – это 100 копеек. 100 копеек в 1 рубле. And the word currency is валюта. Валюта. So, доллар – это валюта. Евро – это валюта. And in Russia we use currency named ruble. В России используется валюта рубль. Okay, the next one. First ruble coin appeared only in 1654 during the monetary reform of Алексей Михайлович. Первая рублёвая монета появилась только в 1654 году в ходе денежной реформы Алексея Михайловича. Long and difficult sentence here. First of all, you see how we can transform a noun рубль to an adjective рублёвая, and in English it's both ruble. Ruble coin, рублёвая монета. So it's a coin worth 1 ruble. Первая рублёвая монета. The first ruble coin appeared only in the 17th century. It doesn't mean that the money itself appeared that late, of course, but before that, there was no official name ruble on the coin itself. So in the 17th century, it appeared on the coin. В 1654 году, 1654. During the monetary reform, в ходе денежной реформы. Денежная реформа, monetary reform. So when there is some new law about the money. And it was during the reign of Alexei Mihайлович. I just love speaking Russian names, trying to make English accent. So who is Alexei Mihайлович? Actually, he's the last Tsar of so-called Old Russia, you know, that patriarch type of Russia before the 18th century. This Tsar, Alexei Mihайлович, was a father of famous Peter the Great, Peter the First. He was the one who reformed Russia completely and made it a part of Europe. So his father, Alexei Mihайлович, brought the first ruble. So this sentence again. Первая рублёвая монета появилась только в 1654 году в ходе денежной реформы Алексея Михайловича. The next sentence. In the 19th century, coins were made of copper, silver, and gold. В XIX веке монеты делали из меди, серебра и золота. So again, the word coin, plural, is монеты, монеты. And they were made of copper, из меди, of silver, из серебра, and of gold, из золота. Remember, this construction is made of, сделано из, and then you use genitive. Из меди, из серебра, из золота. So the full sentence. В XIX веке монеты делали из меди, серебра и золота. Copper, silver, and gold. The ruble became the third currency in value after the British pound and the US dollar. Рубль стал третьей по стоимости валютой после британского фунта и доллара США. So British pound, британский фунт, британский фунт. And the US dollar, доллар США. I hope you know this abbreviation for the USA. It's США. And it's very interesting that we pronounce it kind of wrong because officially it's supposed to be США if you call the letters properly. But in real life, of course, you do США, США. The full name is Соединенные Штаты Америки, the United States of America. So, the ruble was the third currency in value. Рубль стал третьей, the third, по стоимости, in value, валютой, currency, after the British pound and the US dollar. После британского фунта и доллара США. Genitive case here again. So the next sentence. In the 1920s, the ruble was denominated and the monetary system was reformed. coins of 1, 3, and 5 rubles appeared. В 1920-е годы рубль был деноминирован. Денежная система была реформирована. Появились монеты номиналом в 1, 3 и 5 рублей. So here we have passive voice. The ruble was denominated. Рубль был деноминирован. Grammatically, it's just all the same as in English. It was something something. Рубль был деноминирован. Then the monetary system was reformed. Была реформирована. And again, you hear those words. System, система. Reform, реформа. So you kind of know some of Russian already. So the monetary system was reformed. Денежная система была реформирована. And some new coins, 1, 3, and 5 rubles appeared. Появились монеты номиналом в 1, 3 и 5 рублей. And again, you may ask, why рублей instead of рубль? Because with numbers, here you use genitive case, our beloved genitive case again. So 5 of what? 5 of rubles, actually. 5 чего? 5 рублей. Okay, moving on. The devaluation and denomination of the ruble occurred more than once later. Девальвация и деноминация рубля происходили позже не один раз. Again, you see, you already know these words. Девальвация и деноминация. It happened in Russia many, many times. And sometimes it was really terrible when people had a fortune and the very next morning, all of a sudden, it just turned to ashes. For example, imagine that you have $1 million and the next day you only can buy, I don't know, some loaf of bread for that money. That's kind of what happened in Russia. For example, my granny told me that one of her friends loaned some money from her. He wanted to buy a car, and she gave him the huge amount of money she was saving for several years. And then this tragedy with our economy happened, and he returned her the new money, and it was a very, very small sum. That's how it works in Russia sometimes. Okay, the next part. On July 1st, 1992, the free exchange rate of the ruble was introduced. 1 июля 1992 года был введен свободный курс рубля. So the free exchange rate, свободный курс. And after that, it immediately fell to 125 rubles per dollar. So $1 was 125 rubles. 125 рублей за доллар. There were bills worth 50,000 rubles, 100,000 rubles, and 500,000 rubles. Появились купюры достоинством 50 тысяч рублей, 100 тысяч рублей и 500 тысяч рублей. So the word banknote or bill is купюра, купюра. Those were those paper money, купюра. And it was in the middle of the 90s. It was terrible. I remember how a can of Coke was about 5,000 rubles. 5,000, can you imagine that? For a can of Pepsi. Now, okay, The last part. Today we use coins of 1, 2, 5, and 10 rubles and banknotes of 50, 100, 200, 500, 1,000, and 5,000 rubles. Now in Russian. Сегодня мы используем монеты номиналом 1, 2, 5 и 10 рублей и купюры по 50, 100, 200, 500, 1000, 2000 и 5000 рублей. And Russian money is very beautiful. We have all those beautiful sightseeing pictures on our banknotes, and the coins are lovely too. So when you come to Russia, be sure to keep some money for your collection. As for the currency exchange rate, today, unfortunately, after 2014, $1 is about 65 rubles, I guess, and €1 is more than 70. It's pretty bad because it used to be 30 and 40, but I hope it will be better in the future. So listen to the text one more time, this time a little bit faster. В России используется валюта под названием рубль. Первая рублёвая монета появилась только в 1654 году в ходе денежной реформы Алексея Михайловича. В XIX веке монеты делали из меди, серебра и золота. Рубль стал третьей по стоимости валютой после британского фунта и доллара США. В 1920-е годы рубль был деноминирован, денежная система была реформирована. Появились монеты номиналом в 1, 3 и 5 рублей. Девальвация и деноминация рубля происходили позже не один раз. 1 июля 1992 года был введен свободный курс рубля, после чего он сразу же упал до 125 рублей за доллар. Появились купюры достоинством 50 тысяч рублей, 100 тысяч рублей и 500 тысяч рублей. Сегодня мы используем монеты номиналом 1, 2, 5 и 10 рублей и купюры по 50, 100, 200, 500, 1000, 2000 и 5000 рублей. Okay, that was it. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to check out the show notes because I put the full text in Russian and in English there. So if you didn't understand something, you can always go there and check it out. Also, I'll be very happy if you find some time to leave a review for my podcast on iTunes or on Spotify or anywhere else where you are listening to it right now. So if you have a couple of seconds, please do it. I'll be really, really happy. And I guess that's it for today. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope to see you in the next episode of the Slow Russian Language Podcast. Bye-bye!